Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Veteran Mountain Man, and today I actually want to talk about the first decision that Neil Gorsuch of the Supreme Court, the newly appointed Supreme Court Justice, ruled in his most recent case. Now this case was a rather boring case. It was the case of Henderson versus Standard Consumer USA Incorporated. And the problem was this case came out of the Fourth Circuit. The Fourth Circuit had ruled that Standard was not a debt collector, and therefore their practices didn't fall under the debt collectors operating within the Debt Recollection Act. And they came to this determination because Standard's modus of operation is that they buy debts from other companies for pennies on the dollar of amount owed, and then they go after the person that owes the debt because that person now owes them. And so then the person who owes the debt pays Standard back, and Standard gets the full extent of the debt. And they paid a partial portion of the debt to the loan originator. Now, normally, under legal definitions, a repo man or a debt collector is a third party working to collect a debt for the loan originator. Now, listen to that carefully. A third party attempting to collect a debt for the loan originator. So what Standard does is they buy debt, and then they collect it for themselves. A repo man doesn't buy your debt. He just gets hired to go collect the debt for the person that hired him. See the difference? And while this case is not very sexy and not very appealing, and the case was ultimately ruled to let stand what the Fourth Circuit did, because other circuits had actually ruled differently on this, particularly the Ninth and Tenth Circuits. It has now come down to a legal definition, which has now been upheld by the Supreme Court, which is debt purchasing and servicing companies, people who go out and purchase debts from others, are basically to be treated like loan originators under the law because they have possession of that debt. They own that debt. That debt is on their financial bookkeeping. If they don't get you repaying, they're the one that takes it in the teeth for not having that money. So, for those of you who are out there listening who have been attacking companies like Standard, this is the new rule. This is the way that the law is going to work for a while. I don't think that this judgment was wrong. I actually think the Supreme Court did a good job holding this. And as I have read through much of Neil Gorsuch's decision, I think it is a very good decision. I'm going to include a link down below where you can download his whole decision and read it for yourself if you would like to. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, or upvote and follow if you are on VidMe. And remember, the only way we can determine if our politicians and elected officials are doing the right thing is to watch them and hold them accountable. And if we're not doing that, then we the people are not governing. Thank you all again, and have yourselves a great day.